Hi everyone and welcome to IberLEF 2020. We didn't make it to Malaga, but we made it here, and this was thanks to the huge collective effort from all of you. So from the organization of IberLEF 2020, we want to give you huge thanks for getting the job done under these difficult circumstances. Before going on with the discussion of the tasks, I'm just going to give a very brief overview of what happened in IberLEF 2020. And let me start with just a brief reminder that IberLEF started last year as an umbrella to gather together all the different evaluation activities that were held under the Zeppelin auspices. So there were a number of activities under IberVal, and there was TAS and NEGES, and the first IberLEF brought everything together under a single umbrella, IberLEF 2019. As you can see in the leftmost picture, so the green tasks already existed before IberLEF, and the blue ones were new to last year's activities. A good mix, I think. And if you look at IberLEF 2020, the orange ones are the ones that are new for this year. And as you can see, there is what I would consider a healthy mix of established activities that have been running on for years and new activities. And together, I think that we are very quickly building a strong community around evaluation activities for Iberian languages. I have to say also that with the first IberLEF, also the idea of giving this umbrella was to give visibility and to try to take advantage of the impulse plan for language technologies of the Spanish government. And in fact, I think we succeeded, because this year 3 of the new tasks are directly sponsored by this impulse plan. Unfortunately, I also have to say that not all of the tasks came to an end, because it was a difficult year again. And so a task focused on the legal domain and a task focused on research, development and innovation documents did not come to an end. And these were 2 of the 3 tasks that were sponsored directly by the Impulse Plan. In any case, I think the result is still a very rich and diverse set of tasks for Iberian languages. Let us briefly review the tasks that did come to an end. So that the ones that already existed are eHealth KD, which is about knowledge discovery, discovering entities, relations and semantic relations on the biomedical domain. FACT, which is about factuality classification and event identification. MEX-A3T, which is about detecting aggressiveness and also fake news in Mexican Spanish. TAS, which is about sentiment polarity detection and emotion detection in many variants of Spanish. And new for 2020, there are 3 tasks: AlexS, which is about complex word identification, which is a previous step to text simplification. Cantemist, which is about name entity recognition and normalization for tumor morphology entity mentions. And Capitel, which is about name entity recognition and classification, and also universal dependency parsing. If we look at languages, I think this is the only thing in which we have become less diverse, because the tasks previous to IberLEF at least contemplated 3 languages: Spanish, Portuguese and Catalan. In 2019 we only had Spanish and Portuguese with predominantly Spanish, and in 2020 all the tasks deal with the Spanish language in some of its variants. So I think this is the only place in which we have become less diverse. Let's hope that it changes for the next year. If we look at task types, the predominant tasks are the same as last year: classification tasks, tagging tasks, and relation extraction. Well, classification and tagging mostly. But we have more types of tasks this year represented. We also have relation extraction and ordinal classification, which were last year as well, and also identity linking, parsing, and extreme multi-level classification, which are new to this year. By the way, I put this extreme multi-level classification separately because it's evaluated in a very different way from a classification task. So again, quite some diversity here. If we look at metrics, well, this is the puzzling thing that no matter how diverse your set of tasks are, no matter that for each of the tasks you can choose dozens of metrics with different properties, and in the end, almost everyone keeps using F1, the harmonic average of precision and recall, just defining precision and recall differently for each problem. Last year there was only one task that used something different, and this year there are only two. One that uses mean average precision because it's a ranking task, another one that uses label and unlabeled attachment score. All of the other tasks use the F measure. If we look at types of text, the situation here is very similar to the previous year. Tweets, clinical texts, and newswire are predominant, but there are also examples of other sources. In this case, we have also speech transcriptions from educational videos in one task, and the Wikipedia in another task that relates to biomedical domain. With regards to participation, and given the circumstances this year, we think it was a huge success. You can see here the number of groups that participated per track. The largest track had 25 groups submitting results, and there are other tasks with substantial participation also this year, as you can see here. If you look at participation per country, first of all, there are groups submitting results from 18 different countries, 18 countries in 3 continents, Europe, Asia, and the Americas. The largest country in terms of representation is Spain, but Mexico has also a very large participation. India is the 3rd country in terms of representation, and then we have a good representation for USA, China, Uruguay, and Cuba. And then we have a long tails of different countries that had at least one group participating. I think it's quite remarkable. And finally, this is the workshop program. All the detailed program is in the website. You can check it there. We will start with a block of 3 tasks, Alex S, Capital, and TAS. We will do a small break, then a second block with eHealth, KD, and MEX A3T. Another break, and then we end up with FACT and CanTemist. Then we will have some time for discussion at the end, where you can give us your feedback on how things were, and especially your suggestions about what to do for next year. And just a final remark, very practical remark. If you are one of the presenters this evening, please change your user ID to this form that you can see here with the underscores at the beginning and at the end, because you will be promoted to presenter when it is your turn. And if you have any technical problems, maybe the fastest way of solving it is looking for Itziber in the chat. She is representing the Zeppelin and giving us technical assistance with the tool, with the Blackboard tool that we are using for this. And basically, I think that's it. Thanks a lot again for being here, and have fun with the IberLEF 2020 workshop. Goodbye.